All right. What's up, everyone? This is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't base anything I say off these videos. I'm just doing it for pure entertainment purposes only. Jumping in real quick. Obviously, I had a pretty crazy day in the shop today. So I wasn't able to jump in on a live or a video or anything like that. I did keep my eye on the market. Sold about 75% of my FFIE shares at about 365 mark. Um, Literally just, part of me wanted to hold on to it just to see if it'd go any higher, but my gut instinct was telling me just time to get rid of it. I kept a couple shares. I think I only got about 15, well, 22 shares is I think what it was that I have sitting there just now. Let me shut this down. Oh, wait. Alright. Shut my ringer off so it's not making all sorts of noises here. So with that being said, that's it. Made stocks, and then I, was also kind of got dumped off here for a second. All right. So I don't know if any of that was recording. If not, let me just restart. I'm not financial advisor. This is not financial advice. All right. So FFIE, what is RKN? They kind of did what I thought they would do, pump and dump. I kind of feel like those type of plays are to kind of sidetrack you from the main plays that are GameStop and AMC. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know what's going on here. I just turned my wireless off. Just gonna run off my service here, so I keep getting bumped off. But like I said, I felt like they were kind of just distraction plays because AMC and GME were running like crazy. But I also know that those type of plays in the midst of, so pretty much anytime AMC and GME have ran, there's been something like that that's pumped on the side. And I kind of watch from the side and watch them pump and dump. And then this time I thought, you know what, I'm going to try my luck. I'm going to try to pump it, or not try to pump it. I'm going to try to jump in on the pump and jump out before it dumped. And I was lucky enough to get into that spot. I guess I don't know if we really call it luck if you have been monitoring and you have an idea what it's going to do. It's DD, we always talk about that type of stuff. But yeah, Faraday future. I don't have much left in there. I don't know if it'll even come back up. Might just dump back down, But like I said, I left about 22 shares in there, which ain't much. But if it ever has a nice pump, then I got something left. But I used the earnings from the last 2 days for some dry powder. Also bought some more AMC today with it. Bought a little more GME, even though people were kind of panicking on that bad news. And it's kind of the same thing I always say, man. When people panic and there's fear, is when I like to buy in. And that's what happened. So I kind of messed up with GME. I kind of went against my own rules. Like when I FOMO'd in when it was pumping, I was like, oh man, this could be their MOAS, it could be happening. And I started jumping in, and without really, I think what threw me off is the roaring kitty thing, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna pump, and then I FOMO'd in, averaged up, but here we are, So, anyways, back to AMC, GME. AMC is doing what I've talked about it probably doing. Obviously, we wish it wouldn't, but getting to that boring zone, could go down to 4, maybe a little under. Just bouncing around. It's going to do that, and like I've talked about many times, fundamentally it picks up. I think the company picks up fundamentally at the end of this year, beginning of next year, and carries on forward. I think from that point on, it fundamentally moves up. The stock price has to fundamentally go up. The short thesis is dying. GameStop as well. I know they issued some shares to sell, basically dilute. So I mean, it's not as bad as a lot of people think, to be honest. I don't think, you know what I mean? And also a lot of people were talking about they might have done it because they needed to have some liquidity or something along the way if they want to merge a company. A lot of conspiracy of AMC and GME. I don't see that marriage. I don't see that going together. You know what I mean? But wouldn't that be crazy? um, let's see. Guys, I just wanted to make a profit. Keep 3 times funds. So yeah, I don't know, man. Other than that, it's the same thing for me. It's just buy and hold AMC, adding a little more GME, and go over there. I mean, Roaring Kitty's still posting from his Twitter, trying to decode everything. It's kind of like, man, I understand why he's doing, it, but it's just kind of like, man, just make a video. You know what I mean? Just, at this point, if the SEC or whoever wants to come after him, they're gonna come after him regardless of if he talks or if he, you know, sends memes. They're gonna the same thing is gonna happen. I don't know, maybe I don't know why, but it would be nice to see him just come out and make a video. Um, and then it would kind of help. There's a lot of people that are saying it's not him. So, um, so other than that, just looking at the chart, GME and AMC, the volume was still pretty high. AMC, obviously, the volume in AMC wasn't as huge as it has been, but it's still a lot bigger in AMC and GME than it has been the last long while. So, damn nose hairs. You know what's so funny? Look, man, we're not focused on my nose hairs, right? Once we hit the moon, these babies are going off with the gold clippers. GameStop trading at 22.18. It's bumped up from that $20 range. Um, AMC, I think it was sitting around like 440 or something like that. Yeah, 450 now. I wouldn't be surprised to see another little bump up coming around. Um, Another bump up I wouldn't be surprised to see coming around Monday, Tuesday. I don't know. So it's kind of hard because you look at like FFIE, you had an idea it was in a pump and dump. And I feel like that's all kind of part of this psychological thing. They watch it pump and dump, and then it gets in your head like, oh, maybe that's all AMC is, a pump and dump. But you have to do DD to know the background. FFIE was just a quick little thing. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't have the following like AMC does. It doesn't have like GME does. It doesn't have the. I mean, I would just encourage you just to do deep DD, deep due diligence, because it is what it is. You know what I mean? What we got going on here? I'm just messing with you. This man is a bag holder. Don't listen to my plays and you'll make money. I'm no bag holder. I'm a real trader. Congrats, Breed 9. I'm glad you're making money, man. To be honest, I'm not really interested in like arguing with people. Doesn't really benefit me in any way. I make money in the market, yes, but I don't like to. I don't know. Not my thing. You know what I mean? Law of attraction. You bring negativity in, you're gonna get negativity. You know what I'm saying? So I try to stay positive and genuinely hope people succeed. I don't know. This is part of my human nature, man. My nature is to watch people succeed. I don't like to see people fail. So it is what it is. All right. Also made 700 on GWAV. GWAV, I jumped out early, man. I actually I think I only made like $60 off of that just because I was like in and out real quick, testing the waters, and then I didn't want to jump back in. So up 5K, Breed 9 says up 5K in 2-3 days. This is average for me. No more work, only trade for a press of 2 buttons. Nice. That's good, man. Um, yeah, I don't really. I work for myself as well. I trade as well, but I own 3 businesses, and I feel like feel good, man. Happy. So as long as you're happy, that's a good thing, man. Right? But also there is other people out there that are having to work, and we don't like. I don't know. I don't like to try to throw it in someone's face, like you know what I mean. Some of these people, though, I feel like destiny has brought them here, and one of these days, one of these stocks pumps, and they're gonna make their life changing money, man. And I'm excited to see it. But yeah, AMC, GME, I wouldn't be surprised to see a nice little jump on Monday. Not nothing crazy huge, um, but they do have the potential. The volume was huge. All that volume's got to go in at some point. Are they going to release another quick up and down? One of these points at one of these times, one of those times, this is going to get away from them. But like I said, I think the company for AMC especially has to be more. Someone has to have more, or AMC has to have more fundamentally safe, I guess, because right now I feel like it's safe. I can see the light at the end of the tunnel, but people want to see results like here now, not like what's coming. Oh, the future looks bright. I can say that all I want, but once you start seeing the future is bright, once you're in that moment and you can say, okay, man, they're making money off of this. This is bringing earnings. Movies are killing it. You know what I mean? Once that happens, which I do believe will happen at the end of this year, beginning of next year at some point, I think that's going to start driving in more capital for the company, more liquidity, more investors, and then it kind of starts killing that short thesis. XRP AMC, dude, he says, dude, it gets sketchy. Sorry, it's going by fast. Dude, it gets sketchy when you have 11,000 shares and your money moves 500 every 1 cent. Yeah, that's the thing too, is once you start seeing those big numbers, it's going to be hard for a lot of people. I'm not even going to, even for me, I'm not. It's good. You just got to have your mindset. Use your instinct, like I always say, man. Like this morning, when FFIE was at its peak, my gut told me just dump it all. You know what I mean? Just sell it all. But I waited a few minutes and it started dipping, and I said, "All right, this is when it's going to collapse." So I sold like 75% of it. Like I said, I should have just sold the whole thing, but here I am. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's hard to listen to your own instinct, but if you could just learn how to hone in on that and just follow your own instinct without your emotion being tied in with it, of course. Try Harder Gamer says, I heard a lot of people saying the shorters were supposed to cover 39-month float on AMC today, but no jump. Thoughts on why nothing happened today? I mean, same shit, different toilet. Really, you know what I mean? We've been dealing with the same thing. GME, AMC, um, loopholes, people on the other end that are geniuses, AI, computers, algorithms, sprinkling a little bit of crime. In my personal opinion, I don't know. I'm not saying. I'm just saying. I'm not saying, but I'm just saying it's possible. Maybe not. Maybe there is none of that. But it seems that way from an outsider's perspective. And that's one thing too, is when there's like people saying, "Oh, this is what's going to happen. I guarantee because of this," or this tomorrow there's a freaking insert quote that's going to happen that's going to cause this. They're prepared for that too. We know it. They know it. They're prepared. It's going to happen. In my opinion, these big squeezes are going to happen when no one expects it, when people least expect it. Just like this last pump. It came when no one expected it. But what I watch for is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. When people are spreading FUD and there's a lot of fear and people are talking about this thing's done, it's tanking, it's over, and the price dips, but you can tell that it hasn't been covered and you just know what your DD tells you and your instinct tells you, then that's when I buy in, or know that something's coming. But Donkey Kong, almost 9K, the average volume today. Oh, 9 times the average volume today. We have way more eyes on us now. Yeah, that's the thing. There's a lot of eyes. The cat system's still coming, but that's another thing. A lot of people are anticipating, like, cat system's going to save us. It's always been something every week. It's like, oh, this is going to save us. That's going to save us. This is going to do it. Oh, next month, this is coming. 3 months, this is coming. It's almost like, I don't know if people on our side are kicking the can down the road just so people don't leave. Like, please don't leave. But if you've done your DD, you know where you're at. You know what's going on, and you don't have to say, oh, well, maybe next week, maybe next week, maybe next week. You just wait. You're just chilling, man. I think that's why people say that Zen shit. I'm Zen. It always sounded corny to me, but I mean, it makes sense. You're just chilling, man. It is what it is. You wait, And if something happens, it happens. XRP, AMC, the apes have a game plan. They have the hedges, short squeeze, give a plan, attempt, detail the squeeze. I don't think it's close to being over. No, we got a while, in my opinion, as well. It's like retail. He says it's like a war, retail versus hedges. And it is, really is. I mean, it's a battle. It's a tug of war. You know what I mean? Sometimes we win a day, they win a day, and it's never over. A bunch of battles, the war's waging on. Emmanuel, what's up, man? But yeah, so that's what it is. And in my opinion, I just want to jump in real quick. I got a couple more people coming in, man. I got customers, I got shit to do, but I wanted to let you know that I'm buying, I'm holding, I'm not stressing it. We're here. You know what I mean? Like I said, no dates. Who knows? Art, what's up, man? Yeah, the cat system coming the 31st, but I was just talking about that a second ago. All these things that give you hope and then it doesn't happen, I think they prey on you for that, prey on us for that, because it's like, oh yeah, they're gonna think this is gonna work, and it's not. Boom, more people sell, but it's not. It doesn't work like that because you got more people that just keep buying and buying and buying and buying. So I'm saying one of these days, I think it's gonna happen when no one knows. It'll just happen when it happens. Until then, I'm just setting myself up, more shares, and make money on the side on other plays, other hustles as well. I don't stick to just this. You know, obviously this is my main play, but like, you know, we have the FFIE that I think was pump and dump, obviously. But if you have enough knowledge or you've watched this happen so many times, you know it's gonna pump before it dumps. So pump when it pumps, get out. When you get that instinct, when you can just tell, man. Like yesterday I sold some. But this morning, like I said, there was a point when it hit like 380 or something. I was like, dude, it's time to get out now. And I kind of hesitated, and I didn't sell to like 365 or something like that. So, yeah. Kitty came back because he smells blood in the water. That's true. I think it's true. Um, but there's all sorts of good things, you know. There's going to be negative. There's going to be positive. You're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. It's just like life in general. Not every day is going to be fucking super duper. You're not going to wake up and just be happy every damn day, but you can force yourself to, you know what I mean? You can use the law of attraction. And it's the same with this. You can, you know, if it's a bad day, you can look at it as an opportunity to average down, buy more, or just educate yourself more on the market. You know what I mean? So, people are like lingering outside. I'm waiting for them to come in. But the most powerful mind is Zen and non-reactive mind. Exactly. No emotions, no emotions, no emotions. You know what I mean? Once you get your emotions tied up and you mix your emotions with your instinct or your emotions, that's why you see all these angry ass people in here, and they're angry because they lose money because they got their emotions tied up into it. Money's money. It comes and goes. You're always going to get it. You're always going to spend it. Don't stress that shit. I mean, I get it. There's times it's stressful. Like, there's no way, like, obviously, if you have rent due and your money ain't there and all of a sudden you look over here and this is due, that's due. Yeah, it's stressful, but you got to just realize, man, you're up, you're down. It's going to happen. And, you know, what I do, and it sounds kind of crazy, if I'm short on something, like, not stock short, but if I'm short on money for something, I don't focus on how much I'm short. I just focus on getting money, and you'll get it. Ryan Smith, exactly. He says movie theaters have been around for 100 years, and they'll still be around in 100 years. They ain't going nowhere. And they're recovering now. The light at the end of the tunnel is there, in my opinion. But for this stock to actually go up fundamentally and start losing shorts and get more investors that aren't interested even in a short squeeze or anything like that, they're going to have to show results. And I think that'll happen Q4, Q1 of next year, something like that. So, anyways, man, I'm going to jump up out of here. I got a few things to handle. Customers coming in. Have a good day. Be blessed. Let's get rich soon. And, man, I wish you all success. I hope you all succeed. All of you. And Donkey Kong, quit looking at my fucking nose hairs, man. It's fucked up. Gave me a complex and shit. I already got a big nose, man. Now I got to worry about this freaking tentacles sticking out. Shit. That's my senses. You know what I mean? When they start moving, if you see these things moving and wiggling, it's time to buy that stock, baby. All right, man. Have a good one. Be blessed. And I'm out. Peace.